I hope this works this time. I really, really do. I'm gonna be very upset if the sound doesn't work this time. Please let this be going. Now we wait for the chat seal of approval to see if I've checked the right box this time, or if I'm talking to myself. Am I talking to myself? I've got one mention of sound. That's good. Is there sound to go with my face is the next question. Oh boy. Well, either way, welcome back to another episode of another stupid sports show. I did mean to be back here for March Madness, but unfortunately my body and mind got away from me and I had to take a little bit more of a break. But I am glad to be back, and everything is still pretty much as we left it. I actually have a working scoreboard now, like with a real piece of software and everything, so I am super excited to start playing with that. And I've watched every XFL game that has happened so far. And I'm going to be honest, I am optimistic about how this league looks. I mean, neither team looked like some of the intense trash fires that we saw with AAF or the XFL. You know, we got some players going on a higher level here. I'm sure that they're going to have to compete once the XFL comes in and starts, trying to sign all the best free agents they can, with all their connections, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson giving out back rubs or whatever the incentive is for the XFL. But the level of play that I saw, I was happy with. And yeah, Geezer, that was something that I noticed, was that first game between the Generals and the Stallions, like, the crowd was so hype for the Birmingham Stallions, and that was really cool to see. Of course, then barely anybody showed up because of the weather and, the fact that the Birmingham Stallions weren't playing at any of the other two games. But, yeah, I've been pretty happy with what I saw so far. It wasn't any worse than many other professional games that I watched during this past football season, to be honest. Oh, there were some rough ones. But at no point did I ever want to quit and just start playing Tecmo Bowl. That's how good it's gone so far. Yeah, William, Geezer, Kelsey, thank you for being here. I'm glad that some people showed up tonight. We're going to be taking in the last game of this opening weekend, which is the Pittsburgh Maulers versus the Tampa Bay Bandits. And these are, well, we will see how this goes when the game starts. Yeah, it was a very suspenseful third game, and honestly, Jamar Smith is probably the player that the defenses of the other teams should be scared of, because he seemed pretty comfortable in the pocket, but also comfortable taking the ball and running when he had to. And he can actually use his feet and use his arm. I also really love his, I'm assuming Pepper is what he does this thing during the no huddle moments on the field, where he tells them all he starts like looking like he's sprinkling salt or something. I don't know. I didn't leave the sound on for me because I didn't want let's just say I didn't want to have to listen to the noise it got better as the games went on, but like the levels mixing for like the on-field sound and like the mic chatter between the coach and the QB and the announcers, they figured it out as the broadcasts went. But at the beginning, it was like hearing four different records playing at once in a set of headphones. Kind of hurt. And I did almost forget. There have been some updates in the sponsorships. We're still covered by chicken flavored crackers and super chill cream soda. Don't worry, we haven't lost anybody. But I saw our old friends canned water reappear in the grocery store. They're no longer called canned water. They're called still water. And I don't want to say that me repeatedly referring to their brand as canned water over the internet caused them to change their name, but just saying. But we have gained a new sponsor here on another stupid sports show. I very much enjoy, and hopefully I'll be able to recommend it to you, and you can find it somewhere. It is Sioux City Sarsaparilla. Yes, it is more than a drink that is consumed by mustachioed cowboy narrators in Coen Brothers films. It's an actual drink. Pretty good. Like root beer, except not as overbearing. I like. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well tonight. Yes, Bacon Man, I am back. Team Momo broke my heart again this weekend in the Misty Mountain race up in Marbella 1. Those of you who don't know, I'm also a big follower of Jill's marble races. He likes to build like really varied tracks and have the marbles compete in events. There's like identities, and it's if you want just some like good old-fashioned sports fun of just watching marbles go down tracks, it's a joy. It's an absolute joy, and people get really attached to it. Oh. Yeah, oh, poor Thunderbolts. I feel so bad for the Thunderbolts. I really do. It could be worse. Could be worse. It could be the Turtle Sliders. Those of you who don't understand the reference, the Turtle Sliders are essentially the Jacksonville Jaguars of the Marble League. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right. Now let me cover the other games. Yeah, yeah. They know how to hurt me just right, Bacon Man. Houston and Michigan, that game. Hello, Holly. Glad you could make it. I don't think Michigan is real. Either Michigan. I don't think Michigan is that bad. That's what I'm saying. The fact that they were still able to remain in it up to the end, and Houston wasn't able to put them away, that worries me. Now, I know Perna is very high on the New Orleans Breakers, and their defense is really scary, really intimidating, but they didn't completely dominate the Stars, and they allowed them to somewhat stay in the game, and it looked like they have some holes on their offensive line. Their quarterback got beat to hell last night, so much that he was openly displaying that he was having trouble with his arm and his wrist. So I think New Orleans, their defense could save them in games, but if they cannot protect the quarterback worth a damn, they are going to be in trouble. Holly, I'm honestly going to say that the USFL, I enjoyed it. best game was on Friday. I hope this one will be fun. You know, I did notice that the penalties that they are called, when they are called, they seem a lot more justified. And more often they're letting the players play. Not to an extreme degree, but enough that it's like, I don't feel like the referees called who won this game. I also like the fact that defensive pass interference is strictly a 15-yard penalty and not a spot foul. I think that's much better. The thing that I'm really looking forward to with the USFL is seeing if anybody goes for the three-point try following a touchdown, because that's the other difference that they have. First downs stop the clock with under 2 minutes to go in the half, and there's 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point conversions. And the 3-point conversion is basically get in the end zone from 10 yards out instead of 2. Which, on one hand, it gives you a lot of room to play with receivers some more. But on the other hand, that's still 10 yards in one play. Oh yeah, we're all waiting for the moment when one of those drones that they have that is also in the action gets knocked out of the sky by somebody trying to make a tackle. That's going to be enjoyable. And it looks like the game is starting. Current over-under for the game is 41.5, and Tampa is favored by 5 to win this. Maulers are going to kick off to start the game. Tampa had won the toss. They elected to receive. And now we've got... That's the other thing I like, is that there are actual kick returns. I have enjoyed seeing the kick returns happen, and they have worked out. That I forgot how much I missed that actually being a part of the game instead of just, end zone, end zone, end zone. Well, here come the Tampa Bay Bandits. They'll be out with Jordan Tamu, quarterback. Looks like we've only got one wide out, running back to Tamu's right. 1st and 10. As a quick pass out to number 17, who gets driven out of bounds. All right. Not bad. About 6 yards. He's 2nd and 4, 5. Oh. I'll wait for them to show him again, Holly, to see which former Chiefs head coach you're talking about. Luke, glad you could make it. Unfortunately, it looks like it's also an empty stadium tonight, which is unfortunate, but I understand because the people in Birmingham probably want to be there for, the Birmingham Stallions. They want to consider it their team. Oh, they got up to 3rd and 1. Oh, they fake a handoff, and now I've got a tight end going across midfield. Will be down at the Pittsburgh 41. Hooray. Yeah, I figured out what went wrong yesterday, Luke. I forgot to check one box to enable audio on one scene, and basically it caused a domino effect that knocked out the sound whenever I was supposed to be on camera. And I didn't know about that one box. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay has another 1st down, and they have an actual passing game, or Pittsburgh's secondary is real crap. We don't know yet. And now they're down to the 20. So I'd say I'd say it's going good. Ooh. Oh. Oh, they finally did it, didn't they, Geezer? They got the overtime rules changed. Tamu has to be pressured out of the pocket, but still. O'Grady, the tight end, gets another big catch. Goes about 12 yards. First down, be first and goal, I think. Wait. Oh, they're just outside the 10-yard line. Never mind. Wow, we got 5 people in here. Hooray for a Monday night. They're calling it first and goal. My team, Luke, is the Philadelphia Stars, and that is strictly for the man, the legend that is Case Cookus, and finally some great tackling. That catch by number 13 for the Bandits only got 2 yards. He got knocked out of the air by whoever that was on the Maulers secondary. I got to get used to associating these names with these cities and trying my hardest not to say Bucks or Steelers. I'll probably say it at some point. Oh my. Wait. Let's get that up just in case. Oh, is he going to make it to the edge? No, B.J. Evans gets brought down at about the 2.5-yard line. Oh, man. All right, that'll be third down. Yeah, so I'm on the Stars just for Case Cookus, and hopefully he will get his chance. Oh, Evans powered his way in. Stepped over the guy who tried to bring him down in the backfield. B.J. Emmons. That is the first touchdown of the game, and it is for the Bandits. Hooray. Yeah. Yeah, Luke. It's, yeah. Well, don't worry, Luke. At least you have the Birmingham Stallions if you want to share that team. And with that kick, Bandits are now up 7-0. Impressive. So right now, yeah, I told you I got like a real scoreboard here, so I'm going to be updating with much more information now. I just need to get some timeouts, I think, some way indicate, but it's much easier. I don't have a big paint program up now. Yeah, the Panthers were inconsistent, verging towards bad. I'm not comfortable saying that any team completely sucks after just one game, because we didn't get to see much preseason out of the USFL. We just got, I think I just ended up seeing a couple plays from one preseason game in a very limited and edited version. It was essentially just a kickoff and then the 2-point conversion that ended up winning the game in overtime. And I think Michigan actually won that one. Oh yeah. Like I said, William, the Breakers, I am terrified of their defense, but their offensive line, I fear for the safety of their quarterback. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Geezer, that is a good thing to point out, that we could get the first possible, well, a much easier version of getting a 6-9 score. because they very well could get that 3-point conversion. We will hope. We will hope. Oh, Jed, you are having far too much fun right now, man. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that my stream was a disaster last night, because it meant I could watch the game I was a tiny bit emotionally invested in without, completely losing my mind on stream. And now this is just like, oh, two teams I don't care about. I'll just be watching to watch. Now, a fair catch called for by the Maulers. It'll be around the 30-yard line, actually. So that's going to be some nice field position. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got some pushing and shoving. And there is a flag. So this is what I like. They actually let us hear the ref discussion. Oh, we got somebody on the Maulers who apparently hit some dude in the face. Okay. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool, Luke. Hang out for as long as you need, as long as you can, man. As long as you can. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, William. But it's okay. Because guess who's here? Yes, we have Angie. She has returned to us. And Josh Love is coming in for the Maulers at QB. Yes, Angie, it's football. Something San Diego doesn't have anymore. Grochek picks up 4 running up the middle for the Maulers. That'll be 2nd and 6. What's up, Angie? Oh, 2nd and 5. Holy crap, they don't have a single receiver going. And that goes nowhere. Maybe got half a yard. Oh, yeah. If this cat does know anything, Luke, it's how to hold a grudge. And that's 3 straight running plays from the Pittsburgh Maulers. Are they going to go for... Nope. They're not going to go for it. They're going to punt. Good. Oh my gosh, Jack is here, and so is Bob. Ah, you've decided to... Wait, Bob? I thought you were a Pittsburgh fan. Why are you not rooting for the Maulers? Wow. And Davis wrapped up right away on that punt. Great tackle. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, I saw that, Luke. I saw that. There were a few comments that I nuked in that announcement. Oh. Yeah, there was a little bit of a dispute about whether Angie's presence would be continued on the show, especially now that she wants, let's just say, better accommodations for someone befitting her fame on the internet. Yeah, so that's going to get taken care of by next season. But for now, I'm not going to be concentrating too much on doing that. Shh, though. Tom's next fundraiser is for Glad. He's auctioning off a signed football helmet that was signed by him and Kurt Benkert. It's going to be running to the end of the month, I believe. Goal is $5,000. I'm honestly sure that we can nail it. And I saw many more supportive comments for the fundraiser than I did see negative comments, which, well, that brightened my heart a little bit. And it's already hit 2K. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, Pittsburgh finally made a play on defense, prevented a nice 20-yard pass from being received. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. We had one $1,000 donation. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Oh, I don't doubt it, Jack. This could definitely hit 10K. I'm thinking of doing actually another entry giveaway like I did for one of the last fundraisers. Welcome, Kirsten. Glad you could make it. I don't know if any of you remember, but on one of the last fundraisers, I put in an entry for everyone who could give a compliment about a team they didn't root for in the NFL. I'm trying to think of something similar that I could do. Oh, wow. That was just a very off-target throw, but yeah, now one of the Maulers defensive backs is down. Something is up with his ankle. That's what he was gripping as he spun around on the floor. So far, Bob, I like it. I enjoy it. I think they got to work out like just the things that go on with the flow of the game, like when to bring in the field mics and actually sounding like they are interested in the game. Kurt Menefee, bless his heart, he's trying. All right, but next weekend is also going to be interesting. Let's see, we got the Maulers versus the Stars, and then the Stallions versus the Gamblers. Thank you, Grossi. I needed to wear the comfy hat tonight. It snowed again, and yeah, I'm just a little upset about that. Only a little, though, because at least Tim Curry is still alive. Oh, once again, glad you could all make it back for this broadcast of another stupid sports show. We only got an inch maybe it was melted by the end of today, but the fact that we got cold enough for it to not only fall and accumulate, it's, yeah, a shame. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't, I've always kind of been a hat person. I've never really been very pleased with how my hair has ever looked or felt. The only exception was when I had long hair, and that was because I didn't get those like random flyaway stray hairs that would just poke out. And now that I'm losing the hair and can't really do the long stuff anymore, I got to figure it out all over again. It'll get back there. Well, 3 inches not so bad, especially considering uh, April and everything. Oh damn! Here we go. Bandits are gonna punt away. Right is back to punt. That's the other thing I've noticed about the USFL. There are a lot more nearly blocked punts. And that fair catch will be called for at the 10, maybe the 11. They'll have a bit of the ways to go down the field. Let's see. Now, yeah, I do remember seeing that. There's a few things that stuck through from yesterday's and Saturday's game. Luani for the Generals is dangerous, and there's and now we have the game of false start or encroachment. Yep, encroachment or offsides, whichever one they decide to call that as. 5 yards down the field. And Jamar Smith scares me. I've seen a lot of good running games for the team so far, which once again also warms my heart. I'm always going on and on about how you shouldn't give up on the running game. And there it is. The Maulers get a 6-yard run and a first down. This game is chippy. This game is really chippy. I do not know what was going on between these two teams, but this is like the least amount of sportsmanship that I've seen so far. Luke, I go with the same explanation for why we get more snow than you. It's because we angered God. Oh, and the Pittsburgh Steelers also made God angry because they got tackled for a loss of about 5 on that play. Poor Maulers. Poor Maulers. Do they just not have anybody to pass to? Yep, see, I told you, Zach, I was going to say the wrong name at one point during this broadcast. Yep. I knew it. Oh, I am already having too much fun. 7:32 to go in the game, by the way. I do have a timer, but it feels easier at this point just to like update it every couple of minutes or at every major break. Just so that people have some idea of how far we've gone. They're at third down, by the way. It's going to be at 3rd and 7. They only got a couple on that run there. Did reduce it a great deal, but there we go. 3rd and 8. Another handoff. They apparently don't pass to anybody on this team, and now the runner's still up, and he's going to fall back and be marked 1. Yeah, the Steelers wide receivers can't catch either. You know, maybe Bob, maybe this will happen, but part of my heart really hopes for a Mitch Trubisky versus Baker Mayfield quarterback controversy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I would get so much joy out of seeing that take place. Meanwhile, the Maulers are going to punt. Oh yeah. It's a very distinctive one. A lot of the other ones kind of look Madden-ish. That punt goes out of bounds around the 43, so the Bandits will have great field position. Days of our Maulers. Yeah. Sorry if I'm spacing out a little bit. I've been struggling to get my sleep schedule back under control, and this is getting dreadfully close to where my bedtime has been these days. So it's a horrible tightrope of trying to, keep myself, getting enough sleep, but also just trying to readjust the timing and everything. It's been a struggle. Yeah, so far Bandits are absolutely dominating in this game, and unless the Maulers have another quarterback that they are going to bring in that actually can throw worth a damn, and they let them throw, then this could be an especially grueling contest. And I really don't hope that for us. The only other thing that I kind of don't and not that crazy about with the USFL is the fact that every game we end up seeing an ad from the Birmingham Tourism Council talking about how great a place it is to visit. I mean, I get it, but it's just it's kind of obvious that was a big part of the trade-off. No, I got up. This was a couple of weeks ago. I made specifically so I could get a specific shot I wanted with the light changing coming through the windows and the sunrise. I got up at about 2:30 in the morning one night to make donuts from scratch. And this was for a video, so that's going to be coming up soon. And worked out. Donuts tasted great. But I have been essentially getting up at like 3 in the morning. Oh, there's the... Oh yeah, Todd Haley. There he is. There he is. Oh. God, he even looks smarmy. Yeah. I don't know who Kyle Lauletta is. There's only one superstar in this league, and that's Chase Cookus. Case Cookus. Oh God, I'm so tired already. Well, Bandits only got one on that run. 2nd and 9. Ugh. Yep, donuts. Donuts are surprisingly easy to make from scratch. It's just time consuming. And even the vegan donuts I've discovered are surprisingly easy to make from scratch. Well, here we are. From under center, 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's getting chased down by number 91. He's going to have an opportunity to get rid of it. Was that in? Was that in? Oh, damn. Tampa Bay quarterback tried to throw it away, and one of the Maulers corners was this close to getting an interception. Let me see. Here comes the replay. Oh, yeah, no, he was already way out of bounds. I applaud the effort to Zeno, but a bit too late. All right. So he's Paxton Lynch levels is what you're saying, Luke. All right, Pittsburgh just took their first time out. I don't know why. Oh yeah, like the Philly Stars uniform. Keeps the original design or pays homage to it, which I like. The Pittsburgh is at least distinct. The Bandits. Uh, mm, I don't know, but I gotta admit the Birmingham Stallions are at least the distinctive horse ones. All right, 3rd and 10 out of the shotgun. Plenty of protection. Pass down the field, fires. It is complete to number 13, whose name I cannot see yet, but they have a first down. Lynch can't beat out Shea Patterson, so that's all that needs to be said about him. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Man, that was just one of the Maulers players just smacked another Bandits player in the face. Oh, jeez. That was just not called for. Looks like we have our first bad boy of the league. Oh yeah, Panthers helmets look nice. You know, I'm not especially unhappy with any of the uniforms, to be honest. Here we are, fresh set of downs. They're now on the Maulers 29, but they just false started. Ah. It's been like that as though at it. This is an especially chippy game for some reason. They are getting really, really up in each other's grills. Oh, and a nice little sort of dump off pass. With only one person to provide blocking, he won't get any farther than 3 yards. 2nd down and oh, third. That's right, 13 because they had the false start. I'm keeping up. Can you tell? Also, I've never really felt like the games have dragged too much. Number 91 is so far of being a beast for the Maulers. It's Roberts on their defensive line. Like, he has been getting into the backfield consistently, you know, chasing Jordan around and out of the pocket, and it's only the fact that he went in at a different angle. He could have ended that running play in the backfield, but instead he U-turned around and was the first one to catch and make it a short game. Up to 3rd and 4, and it's going to be right over the middle to the tight end, number 85. Solid catch. And now, oh, they want to say they got it out, but they're ruling him down by contact. 1st and 10 after a gain of 8. Could be the first USFL rivalry. I'm sure that would be good for, getting some eyes on the product. All their other games have been like really great, but also really sportsmanlike so far. And as we all know, if it bleeds, it leads. Maybe we can get one of the coaches arrested for tax evasion. And a great job that time by the Pittsburgh line, limiting to a 1-yard run. Great, fantastic. I don't know who Bob Saunders is, but they're the offensive coordinator for the Bandits. So now you know. Well, we're down to 2:04, and it looks like Tampa Bay is about to extend their lead. And the shotgun, once again, gets flushed out of the pocket, hoping to make a last minute, and the pass was knocked away by Gibson Jr. for the Maulers, incomplete. Yeah. Yes, we all filed extensions today. Thank you for being responsible, Jed. Now we're at 3rd and 9. Nice to see the defense hold. They can make it. Uh-oh. Where are they going to bring him down? Washington got the pass and was down very close to the first down marker. But the referee started turning in a little before, so I think they may be 4th and short right now. Yep, 4th and short. Tamu under center, one back in the backfield. And now the whistles come. What is happening? Oh, okay. They just had to reset a down marker on the sideline to 4. Okay. Okay. All right. And now Tampa Bay is taking a timeout, and we get to hang out. Hopefully the Maulers can get a stop here. That will be very good, and 10 points is not insurmountable. Not at all. My only wish is that these guys could get more people, down the stadium to come see them play. And I understand why they decided to go with the single location thing, to limit the potential loss of empty seats, but it is empty as hell right now in that stadium. Finally, we get a 23-yard field goal attempt, and the field goals have been ugly, a lot of misses. So there's that drama. 23 yards, though? Hooray, 10-0. Bandits over the Maulers. Like we said, folks, it is not insurmountable. Alright, we're going to get those ads out of my ears once again. Like I said at the beginning, the first half of Another Stupid Sports Show is brought to you by Sioux City Sarsaparilla, recommended by Mustachioed Cowboy narrators, the Coen brothers, and myself. Hopefully you can find it at your local grocery store. Bob says, I wanted to say it earlier, but when I first heard a Florida team was getting into fights, I was surprised it wasn't a Miami-based team. You know, that's fair. That's fair. You know, as much as the rest of the country likes to look down on Florida, I also gotta imagine that within Florida, there's gotta be like a tier of cities, like which city is more Florida than other cities in Florida, if that makes sense. I also didn't miss the ads. Definitely did not miss that. And in case any of you are wondering, yes, I am very happy with the Lions so far this off season. I think that they are building their team in the right and sustainable ways. I'll be interested to see if DJ Chark can do anything for us. I'm hoping like hell that we get more offensive or defensive line help. I'll be more than pleased with that. Bandits kick off. And just they pooch this thing. And he ends up being caught at the 30-yard line. Gets up to near the 40. You don't say, Zach. The Cubs have started out better than expected. Well, that's also why I kind of gave up on keeping up on baseball, because it's just so long to follow, and even the Mariners did great at the beginning of the season last year. But we'll see. Have the Cubs ended up doing much rebuilding at all? I know they got rid of almost all of the World Series core. Oh, that's right, the Raptors. Holy crap, they threw a pass and the Maulers receiver caught a pass. The Maulers receiver caught a pass. Hardaway, number 7 for the Maulers, gets the first down. That was about a 20-yard play. Love got first big reception of the game. Down to under a minute to go. They are now across the Tampa Bay 40, and a nice avoidance of those D-men who had just ran right up the middle. Groshek ends up getting 7 on that run. And suddenly, the Maulers have life. Incredible. I love it. See if there's anything cool going on in the comms. Nope. I was wrong. They're garbling it again. Meanwhile, we have just finished the first quarter, 10-0 Maulers. But, like I said, Pittsburgh is marching down the field. I am hopeful that they will do something with this drive. I know, Angie. How dare I not be sitting out on the couch with my own mixture of spices, staring into the turntable. How she is wronged. Oh my gosh, that's right. The NBA playoffs are coming up as well. That's right. Are the Raptors actually in? Only thing that I'm really aware of is that the Minnesota Timberwolves actually clinched a playoff berth, which, you know, good for them. They haven't had anything to celebrate in a while. Good job, folks. I'd also heard from rumblings that the LA Lakers might not be in the playoffs, that they've kind of fallen off this year. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're playing a playoff game now. Okay. Oh, okay. So they have a new offensive star. And the Lakers did fall hard. They missed the playoffs. Raptors 76ers. Ooh. There could be some bad blood from that one, considering the Raptors stomped the 76ers on their way to winning their NBA title. Oh, yeah. Just so I'm clear, this year for the Lakers, did they have both LeBron and Eyebrows Guy? I can't remember the name of Eyebrows Guy. Oh, 76ers won game 1. This is game 2. Oh. And that's another clue as to how much I know about basketball and the players, that I have to refer to them by distinctive features, such as Eyebrows Guy. Anthony Davis. That's the name, yes. I kept thinking it was an Anthony, but I didn't know the last name. Oh, my sleep-deprived brain. This is kind of another reason why I can only listen to the game audio for a little bit at a time, because that buzzing sound from the drones, it's like someone trying to wring water out of my eardrum. Oh, missed a back shoulder throw. It'll be 3rd and 3. And they also had Russell Westbrook? Well, tiny violin. All those stars, and they still couldn't get that easy playoff spot. Love under center for 3rd and 3. And it'll be thrown over to number 38, who will get about 5 yards. That is Daniel with the first down reception for the Maulers. They keep going. Let's see. Raptors 76ers, okay. Mavericks Jazz, neat. Warriors Nuggets, all right. Heat Hawks, cool. See if the Hawks can replicate their run from last year. Grizzlies Timberwolves. Suns Pelicans. Let's see if the Phoenix Suns can replicate their run from last year. I can't believe the Pelicans actually got in. And Anthony Davis is missing the playoffs. And he just overthrows him there. Wide open. And Celtics Nets. Apparently I have a moral obligation to root for the Celtics in this playoff. I don't quite understand why, but yeah. Jordan never lost a series at the same age as LeBron. Wow, Groshek is being a friggin' beast for the Maulers. He's picked up 6 yards on that run. Just mowing people down. I still remember, this dates me, but I still remember very well constantly hearing about Washington getting stomped on by the Bulls, and more specifically Michael Jordan. Jordan scores 50 over what were at the time the Washington Bullets. So named for the bullet train that was originally in Baltimore, where the franchise originally was. They were the Baltimore Bullets, and then they just became the Washington Bullets because Bullet Train. And then they changed the name because they thought it promoted violence, and that's why they're the Wizards now. We lived through some weird times. And now they're still on the field now for 4th and 3. They did not get it on that run, but hopefully. Spider 2, Pamela. I don't know what that means. This is actually what I thought of you, Zach, that you might understand some of those mic jargon that they're throwing around. Oh. Oh. No flags. They considered that ball uncatchable, I guess. Turnover on downs. I'd respect it because, they're down by so much. Now they just need their defense just needs to hold them again. They got good extended drive on that. So, a start. Brooke Lopez was a beast last night. I also heard that Giannis was doing some crazy things. Next time I get some of their play chatter in my ear, Zach, I will pass it along, because I'm sure that those they're called that all has to do with like certain routes, certain parts of the field, and like that, and all the other stuff I don't understand because I never played football as a sport. But as soon as one of those things comes up, I will let you know. If I do not get distracted from trying to keep the cat happy, which is a definite possibility. I don't look at me like that. You're the one who came up and ended up sitting up here and blocking access to the keyboard and mouse. Bulls Twitter wasn't happy last night. I'm surprised, one, that there is an existence of Bulls Twitter, given the fact that the Bulls haven't done much in a while, and that they weren't happy. Yeah, I am not surprised. Double-double in the second quarter, got in foul trouble and didn't play much late. Ah. You're kidding me. The Bulls have been fun to watch. They turned it around. I see. All right. And do they actually have any noteworthy players that have been lifting them up this year, or are the Bulls just like a bunch of journeymen, collectively, making magic together? Let's see. Next week. Apparently Michigan and Jersey are rivals. Then it'll be Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, Birmingham and Houston, and New Orleans versus Tampa Bay. Oh, New Orleans versus Tampa Bay. First half of the season, they were the 90s Bulls. Second half of the season, modern-day Pistons. I personally don't care. I just enjoy the games casually. Fair enough. All right, well, here we are. Under 13 minutes to go, and the Bandits' offense is back on the field, and just a wide open reception, and O'Grady gets out past the 40-yard line. Nice. Oh. A 24-yard reception there. They'll be content now to burn some clock. Meanwhile, great job by the D-line. Kemp helped cause a loss of at least 2 on that play. Be second down. All right, let's see if I can hear some of the chatter. Ah, shoot. They were talking over it this time. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. All right. Oh, and just a quick pass in and out of the hands of O'Grady. I remember that name, DeMar DeRozan. I know that they exist as a person, and that's really about it. Cheyenne O'Grady currently has more yards than all of the Pittsburgh offense, 63 to 57. From 3rd and 11, out of the shotgun. And he gets put on the run again. It hit as he throws. Oh, yeah. Wow. This is some nice pressure right here. And what do you know? They didn't call roughing the quarterback when they tackled him. They actually let them play. A fair catch at the 14 by the Maulers. And they'll have 11 minutes to go, and there's a flag. What do you have to say for yourselves, refs? Oh, holding on the receiving team during the kick, number 24. Cool. All right. Yeah, NFL, take notes. I know. Your hard life. Well, let's hope that the Maulers can do something on this drive and not have to give it up again. Yeah, but for the most part, every penalty that I've seen called in these games all seem to have been earned, fairly obvious, and no lack of ref ball, a distinct lack of ref ball, which has been wonderful to see. Yeah, I know. So far, I do have to say that I am excited about what could happen in this year's NFL draft, because there is no, like, aside from the few, there's no, like, obvious stars or obvious steals that I think everybody is like, oh, this is the one person. And the only two people that I can think of off the top of my head are Aiden Hutchinson and what's that guy's name? Malik Willis. That's it. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, Kyle Lauletta is out on the field now. Yay! Okay, Zach, what does this mean? Trouble right squeeze 32 hammer. That means it was a run up the middle. Got maybe a run, maybe a yard. Oh yeah, there's a lot more. There's a lot more uh, conversation that happens. They've got Mike Pereira looking at the games in New York as well. Yeah, that's about right. You got it, Zach. That's what it was. Dot right squeeze 58 freedom. Last time there was a fade to the right side. Oh yeah. Pass play. And he gets it. 17 gets the reception and he gets knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 9. Nice job. Yeah. All right. Well, so hey, Zach, at least that'll have something that you know you can enjoy. First and 10 now from their own 23. Oh, play fake, Loretta. He gets sacked and driven back down to the 7. Oh. That was painful. Never call right or left on pass plays unless it's a bootleg. Oh. All right. I have learned today. Let's see where we're at time-wise. I think we're definitely underneath 10 minutes, right? Oh yeah, we're under 9 minutes now. Great. Lauletta was out of delay of game. All right. Ooh, they got twice as many penalties as Tampa Bay, 3 times as many yardage. It's second and 27 now. And it was a draw play up the middle. They got a good deal. They got about 8 yards back. Now we're at third and 21. Oh, that only picked up 6. And we've got 2 receivers out to the right, one out to his left, one out to his right. It's thrown right back, and it's off his hands, thrown too hard. I guess. Ow. They are. Oh, it's this is so far ugly for the Maulers. Very ugly. Trips means 3 receivers on one side. Ah. Why? So, a great tackle by Pittsburgh at the 45, but why the flag now? During the kick, holding, number 7, return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down. All right. Oh, that's so nice. It really is. Yeah, that's what's been so fascinating about it, Zach. The fact that they were putting it out there. I wonder. Well, it's just cool to see that they're using the term that they're using like easily available terms, at least for people who were familiar with them at a high school level. That's kind of cool. And now I know that trips means three receivers on one side. So, hey, another thing. Hi, Ishii. Welcome. Unfortunately, the game so far has been all Tampa Bay Bandits all the time. Like, there have been a couple flashes of good things from the Maulers, but they have not been able to. They have not been able to follow through. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate. Because the more competition that there is, the more exciting all this is to watch. And when it's just a grind, it's hard to make that grind interesting sometimes. No matter how they try or they hype up, the opening weekend of the USFL. And of course, they're advertising tickets for the games in Birmingham. To me, who's not in Birmingham. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ishii. I decided I needed to go with this hat today. Just felt like my head needed a warm hug to get over the one last major spout of winter weather that we got today. So once again, I hope that you're all doing well. I'm so glad that you decided to join me for this game tonight. As uninteresting as it has been, it is so nice to get back into the feeling of streaming again. And yeah, I could be in Birmingham for all I know, but I also know that I don't have enough weed left in the house for me to mistake where I live for Birmingham. So, although that is a good theory, Jed, unfortunately, current conditions don't bear it out, so I'm sorry. We're down to 7:20 to go. Second and 7 now. I think, Luke, that it means you get diplomatic immunity if you want to commit any crimes in Alabama. And I'm not sure where the fumble happened on that play, but the Bandits quarterback jumped on top of it. Oh yeah, no, that's just down. His elbow hit. It shouldn't be coming back. That should be down by contact for Emmons. I don't know why they're not reviewing that. Huh. Okay. Great. They'll probably get it back anyway. 3rd and 10 now. We know Jordan can actually pass, but they do a draw play, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Punt it. Oh yeah, I was wondering why I never saw any challenges from them. Or maybe I did and I missed it. Like I said, it was a long, weird weekend. And I spent a good portion of it cleaning the house and downloading B and C roll for an upcoming video. Fair catch at about 14 from Thomas. Come on, Pittsburgh, try to do at least one thing before the half ends. Don't disappoint me with everything. How's that sound? Why am I talking to the TV? And 97 Howard from the Bandits after making a sack. His celebration was to walk 5 feet away and then do the crane pose from the Karate Kid. The creativity carries on. 1st and 10 now at the 15. Lauletta. A little bit underthrown for Thomas, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Clock stopped with 5:43 to go. Now, Zach, apparently, I think all their Maulers are on the defensive line, honestly. And with the very limited amount of time that the Maulers offense has been able to stay on the field, I'm pretty sure that their defense is going to have no gas left by the 4th quarter. 4 seconds on the play clock, 2nd and 10. Are they going to get this off? Just do. And they do another run up the middle for Goshek, who picks up. Maybe they'll be kind and give him 3, but I have a feeling it will be 2. Meantime, clock winding down even more. Yeah, the offensive success for Pittsburgh tonight has been a little bit, let's call it, limited. But then again, I'm one of those suckers who actively cheered when Paxton Lynch came out onto the field, just because, you know, I'm an optimist for the worst things. And then Lauletta overthrows by at least 6 yards. Thomas again. 4th down. You know, that was the rough thing, is that I knew I wanted to see how the USFL would play out before I broadcasted it. All right, Luke, thank you for coming in. Glad to have you here. And then the first game was just so much fun. I knew I wanted to broadcast one, and we would figure that I get the one that turns into a squash match. Oh yeah, Holly, you can choose whatever USFL team you want. There are no set in stone alliances yet. So far I'm only loyal to Case Cookus, and that's just, you know, on general principle. The Stars have disappointed me by not starting him, but they think they have a great quarterback coming up with this Brian Strong guy. I think that's his name. And the Bandits have fantastic field position after that punt. They're at the Maulers 38. And yeah, the Maulers defense is really limiting the damage that the Bandits offense can do. And remember, Holly, like we've seen all these teams play only one game, so is it a case of, is the Pittsburgh offense that bad, or is the Tampa Bay defense that good? And the same goes with how things shook out for all the other teams. Meanwhile, the Bandits just got themselves a nice running 1st down from number 29 going up the middle. Doesn't ring a bell. Didn't believe I'd seen them run that much. Washington. Okay. And they're going to hand to Washington again, and this time he stiffs arms and does pass the line of scrimmage, gets a gain of 3, and now the pushing begins again between a couple more players. Yeah. Well, that would be a heartwarming ending to the season, Holly, if you end up giving Todd Haley a chance and he won you a championship in the USFL. Yeah, very easy first down. Yeah. And here we go. First goal. Under the center, we have a pitch to Washington. He's running to the outside. Ends up getting driven out of bounds by number 11 near the 5-yard line. Second and goal now. Let's turn 136 Dragon. That was the only part I caught because the announcers were talking over it. Second and go. Cheyenne O'Grady out on the field. Being covered well. Oh, and that was... Oh, that was pretty obvious defensive pass interference in the end zone. Oof. And a fresh set of downs. And now the defense has to stay on the field. Probably put up with some more running plays. Oh yeah, look at that. And they stop him. Yeah, Tarpley got back there and stopped Washington after he gained only half a yard. And now we're at the 2-minute warning. Well, well, well. Ah. Yeah. I'm going to be really interested to see how the games play out next week. I do plan on taking all of them in. I guess I will be focusing as much as I can on USFL, be one of the few among us actually doing USFL coverage. But I don't know, I'm having fun with it. Also, in case anybody is wondering, I'm probably not going to do any draft videos because I can never find it in myself to take those things seriously. And teams have a history of surprising us on draft day. You know, just ask any Green Bay fan about how they felt about their team selections, and yeah, it can get a little bit of a touchy subject, let's say. So I'm trying to think what will be the best game to stream. I mean, obviously I'm going to stream Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia just for the hope that Case Cookus will play. Really, Jed, you're thinking of streaming some games? You're going to be a Bandit streamer? Zach says last season was interesting when it was easy to know what our offense was doing just from the couch. Yeah, the playbook got kind of stripped bare, I think, for the Bears last season. Forgive the pun. Yeah, and I also can admit that I don't keep track of college players that well. So I'd just be stressing myself out trying to get authoritative on a subject that a lot more people have a lot more background, a lot more time and care to research. I'm fairly casual when it's on that front. I'm, as you can tell by the by the graphics and budget that I've put together for this stream. And out of the thousands of mock drafts that are done, likely 0% are correct. Yeah. Oh, they pushed him back with a loss of 2, and that's 3rd and goal. They have the room to do some pass plays, and they get enough room. Touchdown. Jordan Lasley. He was looking like a favorite target for Jordan, and finds him just enough space in the end zone for a touchdown. Now let's see. What do they go for? What do they go for? Well, I believe I did see the offensive players running off the field. So this looks like there's just going to be a single point after a kick attempt, and veers a bit to the right, but is good. So that is. Oh, I love having a simple scoreboard. I can just click things, and I don't have to change an entire paint program project, because that was how I was doing it before, was screen capturing a paint window project, filling the whole canvas with chroma key green, and then writing like the text and all that on top and just changing that as I went. And it turned out it got to be more and more of a bother as time went on. It was artwork every score. Yeah. And then I stopped being able to do the artwork because the program started freezing up. I guess it was taking up too much memory with that and OBS running. So I miss the artwork. If it comes back someday, I will be very happy. But for now, the ease is very, very nice. Very nice. Oh, here comes the kickoff. 1:17 to go. And it'll just be taken out of bounds right at the 16. And in case anybody was wondering why I didn't have any funny names for the teams in this one, I decided that the USFL is kind of like really pushing for respectability, so I'd give them that credit, to say the least. And we'll just enjoy the shared knowledge that a lot of the time the NFL is a joke. So far, Kung Fu, the game has been a very one-sided affair. A couple squashes of brilliance, and then, the quarterback just got sacked for loss of 7. Oh dear. They are going to need a big change of plans at halftime, the Maulers are, if they want to have any hope of staying in this game, because now they are 3 scores down. It's 17-0. And Angie just scared the hell out of me by jumping over my soundboard to perch on my lighting rig. Awesome. Bandits take their second time out because I guess they assume they're going to have one more crack at adding some digits to their point total. Second and 15, 1:09 to go. Whoever is in at quarterback right now, I cannot quite tell. Oh, and is nearly picked off. Just that much away from, I think that was Meeks. It was just hit his fingertips and then over and gone. Oh, Love is back in for the Maulers. Fantastic. He actually made some passes, so let's see if that brings anything for him. 3rd and 15. 1:04 to go. They only have 25 passing yards on the game. Oh, and he's going to run, and he gets run out of bounds because he doesn't want to take the hit. That's fair. But now they're only at like 4th and 4 or something. 4th and 3. Yeah, Jack, I enjoy having people who are willing to explain and drop the lingo to me as well. It brings something to the game. Okay, yeah. Freedom is an F word, so it probably means fake. Okay. Low punt. Goes at the 36-yard line. I'm assuming on their own side. We're down now to 47 seconds to go on the clock. Da, 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 da. Trips left 577. Yeah, 17-0. It's been kind of brutal, Ishii. Kind of brutal. He has to do a quick throw underneath the 28, and that will barely get them 2 yards. Only 9, fantastic number 9. Jordan back to pass, and he escapes the sack and is able to run for nearly 9 yards, so close to the first down. Out of bounds with 17 seconds to go. Yeah. Okay, 2 minutes, trips left. 2-minute offense also means no huddle. Yes. Yeah, that was good. I thought he was going down for sure. Yes, chicken salad. Oh yeah, because of intercepted. Nice job, Pittsburgh. Interception. There is a flag. Tarpley will get the credit for that one. Oh, multiple flags we have. Legal block in the back on the Maulers. Oh. Okay. It was post-interception, so at the very least, they will keep the Bandits from doing any more damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but yeah, that was an obvious block in the back there. Bless your heart, man. Bless your heart. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was there were so many purple shirts around that receiver or in the area that had plenty of time to close in. Like points for bravery, but that was there had to be a better choice on that play. Well, that is the first half of this USFL Monday night game. I am going to take a little pause for the cause, but I will be back in just a moment, and I will see you all in just a little bit. I will talk about that when we get back, Jack. Drama continues. Another Stupid Sports Show will be right back. And we are back. A little rest and relaxation from all the excitement that we had through that game. Yep, sometimes you just end up picking the bums. What can I say? As usual, for those of you who are still here at halftime at Another Stupid Sports Show is brought to you, as it always is, by fluoxetine. And once again, I hope you all are doing well, that you're just as excited for the changing weather and the spring as I am. I do apologize to everybody in the Midwest. I unpacked my shorts early, which is why I assume we've been getting all this winter weather lately. That's on me, my bad. And for some reason, Angie just shot up here like a comet, and she wanted to be back. Yep. She has been rather attached the past couple of days. I do not understand it, but I am not going to question it. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, she is she has been especially loud the past couple of days. See, that's another thing I like about it, is that they're making these things like this a bit more accessible, and the fact that the announcers are also explaining it to the audience at the same time, whenever they get the chance, that it's always easier to talk about a subject when you know the lingo and you could speak, in the parlance of what you're trying to discuss. And them breaking the, I want to say, code down like that of the play calling, I very much appreciate myself. Well, I do know that she has been wanting to get outside, Holly, and try to at least confront the new feral cats that I have seen running through and around the yard. And the turkeys are back, by the way, so those scary big bastards are making their presence known. Oh yeah, I would be like, that would be really cool if there was some kind of like, audio option. They probably could afford to do it in the NFL, to have like some kind of like audio or broadcast option where you would just get the headset calls and not, the announcers. All right, well, looks like my next broadcast is going to be Saturday for the Maulers Stars game. That's Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia, for those of you who don't know the teams yet. Oh yeah. And there have been some moments where they've been using it in ways that the announcers have had to figure out, but it's generally been that lingo from what I've been able to hear over the comms. And the second thing that occurred to me, and this is me thinking about, jerseys and smaller markets and defunct teams, and the Dayton Triangles shirt that I love that is in my dresser right now. I've always thought that, spring football or, smaller league teams would work great in America. And it's for the same reason that, soccer has so many levels they play at in England, in Europe. I mean, there's like Premier, Championship, and then it goes all the way down to like Group B, which are like the tiny teams in like smaller areas. It's by how good the team is and what size team like the local area can support, which is, I believe, part of like the contract for having an NFL franchise, is that you have to have a stadium and a population area that can supply the expected amount of fans and gate that the NFL wants. So you have to have a certain number of seats in the stadium. And it's why so many teams ended up disappearing out of the big initial batch that were playing early, because as they started organizing themselves and more teams and certain teams got more and more popular, they came to the agreement that the only way that the league was going to survive was by requiring that the football stadiums be able to support a certain number of fans, and the smaller teams in places like Dayton and Rochester and like that there, they couldn't. As Andrew Grillo said, was to the start of the game, it had to grow. But I think this is a wonderful opportunity as a way for the game to get back to, smaller cities and areas that might not, immediately qualify for an NFL franchise. Yes, R.I.P. Pottsville Maroons. So they live on a University of Chicago Maroons in a way. The only reason Green Bay survived that was because Hollis bailed them out. And aren't you glad he did, Zach? Because, if he didn't, then you wouldn't have such a wonderful target of your ire to scream at every season. I do not mean to laugh, and I am just joking with you, Zach. How exactly did that work, by the way? How much did he bail them out, and what did they need? And what did they need bailing out from? I also enjoy the fact that I can ask this chat questions, and I can be almost 90% sure that you guys are going to tell me the truth and actually give me the information, which I appreciate. Thank you again for doing that. Looks like the teams have come out, and we're about to get the third quarter started. Someday I'll remember to put a ball indicator somewhere around here. But that is not today. Yeah, Jed, that is a wonderful way to look at it. Who else would the Giants have beaten in the 2007 NFC Championship? I like that outlook. And think of it this way, Zach. Justin Field matures and ends up elevating, the status of the Chicago Bears. And Jordan Love doesn't work out for some reason for the Packers, then you get the joy of watching the scales balance again. Just like Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Just like Buffalo finally reclaiming from New England. Like Detroit, someday getting third place. One can dream. And now the Maulers are out to receive the kickoff for the third quarter. Logan, welcome. Glad you could make it. Right now, the Maulers are getting stomped 17-0. But they did end... the Maulers did end the first half with an interception. So, that's cool. Oh my gosh, that's like the first touchback that I have seen. Holy crap. He gave them a $1,500 loan in 1932 and get local help keep the Packers in Green Bay in 1956. Ah. Well. Now I know that. Oh, by the way, now that we've got 6 people in here, I can do our commercial announcement for the second half. That the second half of this broadcast of Another Stupid Sports Show is brought to you by our good friends at Legal Coffee. The Mexican instant coffee, 99.5% guaranteed to not contain crystal meth. As a no gain of nothing on that run for the Maulers. Be second. Oh, they gave them a 1. 2nd and 9. How kind of them. Yeah, first touchback. Like I had said much earlier, Jed, the fact that we actually get to see kickoff returns because they have the starting kicking position back so far, that's nice. Oh, and Groshek, he just powers through and ends up getting all the yardage for the first down. That's a good start for Maulers, but there's a flag. I knew it was too soon to be happy. Personal foul, all against the offense. That was on Justin Evans. What did you do, Justin Evans? So this was after the play? What? Oh, damn it! Man. Okay, so far Pittsburgh is showing to be the team with the most discipline problems, and it is killing them in this game. Too many penalties, too many very bad penalties, and they are going to waste the talents of that running game if they keep trying to blow people up like that. I know you don't agree, Angie, and you're just in here because you want the attention. But that 0.5%, Jack L. You know, that's why we don't make complete guarantees when we do that. Yeah. All right. Out of the shotgun, two receivers out to his right. And, like, you know what? Good completion, but way short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 8, and they're going to have to punt it away. I know, Angie. There you go as you bite my hand. Make it all better. And there go those drones again. Love them. What are we at now? Oh, we're under 13 minutes. Another nice punt away. Rashard Davis will run it up to the 40. You got to be down at about the 42. Not bad. I guess that's kind of the other nice thing is that the fact that the punters aren't the most powerful ones, it means there's shorter fields and there's better chances that the teams are going to score. We get to see Olav Sagapolu on defense. He also played at Wisconsin. On defense for the Maulers, Logan? Wait a minute, I can answer my own question because I have that right here. Their roster. Wait. Oh, on the Maulers. Oh. That might also be the limits of the market as well, Holly. But it wouldn't surprise me. These days, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And the 76ers are winning at the half, 67-52. Dang. Getting some vengeance for that playoff heartbreak all those years ago. Yay. Yes, wanted. Punter who can only kick a ball about 30 yards. I could do that. Maybe that's where Tom's future lays. Tom's future lays as an NFL punter. I'm sure he could pull off about 30 yards. All right. All right. Tom's built like a punter. Zach could see it. All right, and Zach B and Zach, I'm sure both of you could kick a ball 30 yards. All of all at Wisconsin could do a backflip and could also play ukulele. My heart is warmed. Oh yeah. Once again, another pass to number 85. That's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up. Yeah, I heard I heard Peter in the game this week. You see? That's the thing that I like, is that we learned about Peter from Grossi, and now I'm learning about, what the different things mean from Zach here. Oh, wow. It'll be about 1 yard shy. Oh, half yard shy of the first down. And that open space disappeared real quick. Like, the Maulers have some impressive people in defense. It's just that they gotta have their offense do more so that these guys don't get worn out. And I have a feeling that's going to happen in this half. And they're also going to just run as many running plays as they can to physically beat them down. Meanwhile, loss of a yard. Ijaya is there on the tackle to knock him back a bit. All right, Julian. Yeah, Denzel and his cornerback contract. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Yeah. I think this is just kind of where the contracts are right now. I am I think because the wide receiver market exploded, I think the cornerbacks are going to be next, demanding just as much money to, protect against the receivers. Yeah. And would you, Julian, would you consider Denzel Ward CB1 or CB2? They have a very short run to go, and I think they're just going to hand it to him, let him go downhill. Oh, they fake it. Throwing deep. And he just lost it in the lights. Damn. It was right at his heels, man. Right at his heels. So you would consider him a CB1? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and a wonderful defensive play in the backfield. But Tizzino, loss of about 3 on the play. And they are jawing at each other now. I think we've got our first fierce rivalry. Yeah, Pittsburgh is definitely going to get nasty with Tampa Bay next time. That came out wrong. Yeah. Well, as we've learned, Julian, I think as the Rams have shown us and Kansas City has shown us, the cap is not real if you wish real hard enough and you know the right people to bring illicit spices in from overseas. And I think we're definitely in uncharted territory right now. There's the uncertainty with how much the cap is going to go up, because the Backstreet Boys reunion tour ruined everything, and there was that stall where they couldn't pay people more when they really wanted to. I think a lot of people are going to be doing their best to cash in, boof, you know, and take advantage of the fact that the cap is going to go up in the off season. The worst part, I think, is that it's going to give an advantage to the bigger market teams who can afford to give more of those marquee contracts. I don't know the specifics of Deshaun's contract or Denzel Ward's contract, but my only thought is that there are probably a lot of incentives on Denzel's contract, and he'll probably have to show up for a lot of workouts, a lot of preseason stuff. Yeah, 2024, that's the big date that everybody has been pushing. And that's the thing. We have to see if those new TV deals are going to go up to the degree that people think it is. Because keep this in mind. We've gone through this a couple of times with, the $70 million of his contract is guaranteed for, what is it, 4 years? 4 years? Okay, damn it, I had a point that I was going to make. 5 years. 5 years, 71 million guaranteed. Yeah, that takes the bite out of it a little bit. But I had a point, and I will get back to it as soon as this play is over. We have another run, and the Bandits are on it this time. Different runner, not the power of Goshek. Be a loss of about 1. So, my point. Ad rates got funny when cable TV started siphoning audience off from network TV. The platforms fractured, and then the internet screwed things up again when they figured out how many eyes that they were sucking away. We saw television ratings fall for years. The television ratings for NFL, they've been doing their best to portray them in a great light. Well, that's a fake by Love, by the way. He's looking down the field, and he's going to have to throw it out of bounds. Anyway, what I was saying, it's already starting to fracture into the online space. We have Amazon that's going to be doing Thursday night football. They're probably going to be trying to, find other ways to stream. Perhaps a recommendation, Meanwhile, we have a penalty and an eligible player downfield. It's been declined. 3rd down. My point is, there is no guarantee that, the ratings and the eyeballs are going to justify a TV hike. We have people who are going to be no longer watching NFL football because they went woke. We'll have people who will give up just because they got tired of their teams sucking, and they go away from that. We have, the possibility that we could get another variant coming around, because there's cases on the rise in New York and London right now that could fuck with attendance this fall if it gets out of control again. We have seen the media landscape. We've seen the media landscape change in such a way that I don't think a lot of folks know exactly where the most money is going to be, or, how much all these eyeballs are going to be worth wherever they are coming from, whether it's from over the air, whether it's from cable, whether it's from NFL Direct, whether it's from Amazon streaming the games online, whether it's from, NBC trying to force us into getting Peacock because they'll be putting games on there. The thing that worries me most, though, is honestly the what happened with the whole pivot to video thing that Facebook ended up driving. They turned out to overblow the numbers, and it was not as profitable as everybody promised it would be. So I also worry about that there's going to be a lot of pie in the sky numbers that are just not going to be met, and somebody's going to get angry. They are going to want their share of the pie that they were promised. And I do agree with you. Yeah, ESPN gained streaming rights to MLB and most NHL games. I'm thinking about, who's going to put... Oh, what the fuck am I trying to say here? Yeah. They could go smaller on the TV contracts, and that's the thing. If they want to depend on large streaming contracts to make their money, what if we get something like the adpocalypse again that absolutely destroyed YouTube revenue? And what if, for example, they decide to make it more and more exclusive so that we basically end up reinventing cable bundling, except we have to mix it up with online streaming stuff now, just because they want to control how much we watch and, how many commercials we get with how many eyeballs. As once again, a first down run gets blown up in the backfield. Loss of 2, be second and 12 for the Maulers. Yeah, Blob the Stars mascot. That's, Philadelphia, just their mascots. I blame Gritty. But, oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to be watching whatever USFL game is on Peacock. That's just not happening. Yeah, Marquee has been a disaster so far for the Cubs. I figured it was going to be honest. Oh, and a great 7-yard pitch and catch for the Maulers right there. We'll get it down to about 3rd and 5. Nice job. Mike, so far the game is a stomping. Like the Maulers defense has really stepped up, but their offense was asleep for most of the first half. They might be doing something here, maybe not, but they don't appear to be consistent enough to really keep up with Tampa Bay. Oh yeah, of course the owners are chasing the money. Do you think the Ricketts are renovating that stadium out of the goodness of their heart? Oh, long pass. And there it is. The Maulers are down in the red zone, inside the 10. Great pass from, what was that? Who is that, Gaither? Who is this? Nope. Oh no, that was Love, sorry. Oh, wow. Great catch by number 4. That was Gaither, who ran out there, started out in the backfield and just snuck his way up. I am also I'm hoping that the deals will be decent, but I also would not be surprised if there's some major upheaval as far as what deals go to what network or what provider and for how much. Worst franchise in NFL history. Damn. I'm pretty certain there could be a couple that I'm missing, from the early teams, because I know there were a couple of early franchises that did absolutely horrible and barely survived a season. And now it's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 15 because the Bandits defense just swarmed on that running play. Oh, we're already at 3rd and goal. Okay, cool. I'm aware of what's going on. See, I'm so aware that I'm doing a fantastic job of keeping up on the timer as well. And we are under 5 minutes to go in the third, by the way. Specifically out of those still around. Oh, goodness. Tadawona Cardax. That, I believe that exists. And Gaither can't haul it in. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th and goal. Arizona or Detroit? Yeah, Cleveland used to be really good. Yeah, Cleveland and Detroit. Well, Cleveland and Detroit actually had a big rivalry in the 50s. Yeah. Detroit and Cleveland played each other 4 times in the NFL championships games in the 50s. We won 3 of them and they won 1. And the downturn of the Lions didn't really come until the Fords took over and handed the reins of the team to who is said to be the one son who they didn't trust to do anything at the Ford Motor Company. But the teams that still exist today, I mean, honestly, Washington, I think Washington is up there just because of, honestly, their history. I don't care about their success, but they have had 2 infamous owners that have really just been a bad look on their team. One of them is Dan Snyder. By the way, Philly could be up there, yeah, because they only had, one Super Bowl. I will have to say, for me, yeah, of the teams that are still in existence right now, I think the worst one is probably the Jaguars, because it seems like there is so much dysfunction in how that team is run. I mean, I'm sure Shad Khan has a great mind for business when it comes to however else he made his money. But with the football team, it feels like, continuous missteps every time, whether it's the hiring of Urban Meyer or keeping Trent Baalke. And you're right, Mike. Joe Gibbs was he was one of the better people involved in Washington. And oh my gosh, Pittsburgh's on the board. They made a field goal. How did I miss that and all the excitement that's been happening in this game? I mean, if I wanted to, I could say Tampa Bay for all the years of struggle that they had before they finally won a Super Bowl. But then again, it was also the owner intentionally screwing the team to make as much money as possible, hence the whole Doug Williams fiasco. But I think Jacksonville definitely takes it. Washington is definitely up there as well, because those franchises are just disasters. At least with a majority of the other teams in the league, I can see, certain positives or things that they can latch onto that we say, all right, we could still be competitive with this. Whether it is, drafting, shoring up their line or picking up a great quarterback like Russell Wilson, or, yeah. Kung Fu's got it down. Washington is the most morally bankrupt. Jacksonville is the most incompetent. Yeah, if Snyder gets pushed out, Zach, if Snyder gets pushed out. Now, you know what? Those are names I do remember. Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks. Wasn't Warren Sapp on that Tampa Bay squad that won the Super Bowl over Oakland? I want to say that he was. Then again, that was a long time ago, and I have been slowly but steadily killing major portions of my brain ever since my first concussion in high school. There's the whine of the drones signaling that it is time for kickoff. Oh my God, another touchback. Oh, that was right, because there was that personal foul after the field goal, and that's why they got such an easy kick. All right. Flipping the tables, what about the best? Let's see. Let me think. Green Bay has been very fortunate because they've had such, a good foundation at quarterback. First, Brett Favre, which dragged them out of the doldrums of the 80s and early 90s. All right. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for the Bandits. I would also say KC has turned things around. I think KC has been doing things a lot better in the past couple of years. Yeah, well, also Rodgers wasn't really projected as a big name, was he? Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh, let me think about it. Pittsburgh won 2 Super Bowls under Roethlisberger, right? Or is it 1? I cannot remember. But yeah, Steelers are definitely on there because they're most consistently in the they're up there because they're consistently in the mix. New England had that incredible dynasty that everybody really, really, really hates and has a grudge against. Dallas, they do have that three-peat, which is a hell of an accomplishment. Like, I'm not going to ignore that they won 3 Super Bowls back to back to back. Ignore the fact that whatever about who they played, whether it was Buffalo or Pittsburgh. I think, yeah, Dallas definitely deserves a mention for that. Unfortunately, they've always just been kind of, good enough to stay in playoff competition, but I haven't felt truly scared about them as a team lately. Let's see. Who else? So yeah, I would definitely put Pittsburgh, New England, Green Bay would be up there. I would say and a nice hard hit after a catch, gaining 5 up the middle. It'll be 3rd down. They didn't? Huh. Oh. Yeah, see? Yeah, I knew it. My brain is fading even more, and you guys are correcting me. They had 3 and 4 years, and I should have remembered the 49ers getting 1. But then again, I also kind of pushed that one out of my brain because my mom was a long time, and it's out of his hands, incomplete. And she is a diehard Chargers fan. That was the only Super Bowl that she ever got to see them go to, and she was not happy about it. Yeah. Oh yeah, 49ers are up there for sure. You know, it kind of feels like there was a team for each decade. Oh God, that's a real question. Oh, yeah, it's got to be the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions wins. And another injury for Pittsburgh. That's the second injury on this drive that they've been on defense. Yeah, no matter how many stars we may be able to get drafted from fortunate picks, we were still depending on them to completely rescue the team, and while cheaping out everywhere else. Fair catch called for at the 21. That's where the Maulers will start. And I will have to say that a couple years from now, when they're looking back at this football period of football history, I hope that John Dorsey gets some recognition. John Dorsey was, involved with the drafting for Kansas City and Cleveland, which got them out of their slump, and is now in Detroit. He was in the draft from last year for Detroit. I think he's still there. Meanwhile, holding on the defense. Okay. Automatic first down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, I think the Chargers for the AFC and the Detroit for the NFC. I think, yeah, he did good work in KC Kung Fu. I also thought he, like Julian said, he was a great drafter. Freddie Kitchens just screwed up what could have been a very productive year for the franchise. Oh boy. People are getting thrown around. It's getting kind of chippy. Oh, and we got a series of cramps going on out here. That's one of the Bandit players is down now. So everybody's dehydrated. In the meantime, because it is too late in the evening for me to enjoy any of my fine legal coffee, I'd like to be able to get some sleep tonight. No, you are right. You are right. I did like the fact, Zach, that when Jim McMahon was backup for the Packers and he went to the Super Bowl and won with them, that he wore his Bears shirt when he went to the White House. I found that funny. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. We also got some Sioux City Birch beer here. Oh, I don't know how to describe this. It just makes my head happy. Groshek is a monster. Another first down. Get another back there to give Groshek some relief and confuse them a little bit more. Pittsburgh could have something going here. Down to under 2 minutes to go. Yeah, their offense is working now. It just absolutely sucks that it took them 45 minutes of game time in which to do it. Oh, and one brutal hit, number 95. We'll get the credit for that sack. Yeah, that's why I was waiting so long. He's looking for that deep pass. And biggest breakout team next season. I think. Ooh, a breakout? If any team. Oh, damn. I'm going to hold on my first answer because I want to be able to explain it. Another great run from Groshek. Got across the 40 now. So it'll be 3rd and 8, I want to say. And Christian Yelich hit a grand slam. Cool. It's all right, Logan. There's all sorts of discussions going on because the game is just, a boot in the face for all of eternity. Yep. And meanwhile, of course, Angie has come to rub her face on everything. And he'd get tackled for a loss this time. So, 4th down, hot to punt. Mr. Feeney, thanks again for gracing us with your presence. Meanwhile, 3rd quarter is coming to an end. And we will go to the 4th. All right, let me think. Okay, I got to go through the teams because my head's still a little muddled. So, let me see. Atlanta, I think, is going to struggle still. 76ers still winning. End of the 3rd, 95-73. Damn. Nice job. Oh. The Saints, they're a mystery. Tampa Bay, they lost a couple offensive line pieces. Hopefully they will work out. USFL does have playoffs and a Super Bowl, or whatever their championship game is. I do not know how it works, unfortunately. Yeah, he's been a good run weapon for them. They just need to get more things to, help so that, they're not putting it all on his back and he doesn't become another Christian McCaffrey and getting injured from overuse. And then Carolina. Oh, Carolina, bless their hearts. Yeah, Atlanta's going to suck next season. And Bucks won last night. Yeah, I do remember that. Well, the one that comes to my mind is I think there's a real possibility of Miami making the AFC East very interesting. Because they will have a... That's where Tyreek Hill went, right? And that makes things dangerous. I know everybody says that Tua can't throw, but hopefully Mike McDaniel, when he is scheming, will actually be planning for the abilities of the players and not for what he wants them to do, but what they can do. So I could see the Dolphins making some noise. I was thinking about this earlier. I think the Lions are going to go at least 6-11 next season. I gave them a ceiling of 9-8, which, would be a breakout considering. Oh, and Holly informs us that Tyreek is likely past his prime. Ooh. Still a good receiver, though, for the most part. Still 17-3, in case you were wondering. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Someone like the Bengals. Like, oh yeah, what they said if they don't win at least 6 games. If the Lions don't win at least 6 games next season, then for the 2023 season, I will go to the Lions Vikings game at US Bank Stadium in full Viking costume. Hopefully I can grow my beard out enough so if that comes to be, I can get some like cool braids in it and look, even more intimidating than I do. Ah. And BJ Emmons runs for another first down. It's all right, Jack. I'll take lurking, no matter what. Yeah. We will see, Kung Fu. We will see. I never thought Trevor Siemian would ever get an actual starting gig in the league, but then things happened. Angie, don't knock over the Tower of Ducks. Why do you want to kill the Tower of Ducks? Whoa. She angry. Yeah, that's not going to support your weight, Angie. I know you want to play with everything that's on there. Oh yeah, no, she's angry because I will not let her destroy everything in here. Fake the handoff on 2nd and 10, up the middle, and another pick! Tazzino gets the pick. Damn. I could... you can tell me if I'm wrong about this, Adam, if you're still here and listening, but depending on how things go for the Vikings, I could see them, finally getting through to the wild card next year. Of any team that's just going to be like, have a breakout season, that's tough. Very tough. I'll keep thinking about it. Thanks for being here, Julian. Was glad to talk with you. Thanks for bringing all the conversation up. Oh yeah, and now he's got a hammer. I think he's going to go hit somebody, or it's just like, woo. Yeah. Nice. And let's hope Minnesota that you can do a little bit more next season. And again, there's a sack. And Feeney gets the sack. Who the heck is in the AFC North? Vikings 9-8, Lions 6-11, says Holly. Hey, random numbers in your brain. That's not bad. I mean, I was just looking at the teams we play next season and going off of that, out of what I potentially thought they could do. Yeah, not losing to Detroit would be a good start to that, Adam. Now I have to remember all the teams. Oh. And it sucks. The thing that sucks is that a number of the teams that I thought they were going to be, a lot of fun last year, they just got, wrecked by injuries. The Baltimore Ravens, totally destroyed. There was running back after running back that got cracked by San Francisco. I think what I would like to see. Wow, that was a fantastic catch by number 10. It looked like it was just going to be an easy pick, but then the receiver left back in and just outleapt him for the ball. Wow. He thought he just had an easy pick and did not see the receiver coming from behind. That was fantastic. Nice job, Thomas. Out of all the teams I think that could have a breakout year, I think I've got the team. It's the Colts. I think the difference maker of Matt Ryan coming in and being a little bit more of a steady presence at quarterback. Maybe he'll be able to make a few more throws than Carson Wentz could, which will give some relief to Jonathan Taylor. He doesn't have to do everything on every play. Hopefully they make some improvements to the defense. I know I shouldn't support Irsay, but I think that the Colts have a good shot at surprising people next year. Out of the shotgun, and once again, that quick Tampa Bay lineman coming around the edge, as Howard doing his best row your boat as his celebration. Yeah, I guess they kind of run out of celebrations after a while. You gotta take whatever you can. But yeah, I think the Colts could make some noise. All right. Catches at the 8. So do they go for it here? They are down at the 8-yard line. They have barely been able to get down into this part of the field all night. They're going for it. They can get a first down with 5 yards, but they're only going to rush 3, and they're not going to make it. They caught it short of the sticks, and yeah. Yeah, and I don't know who did this version of Heroes that you're playing on here, but it definitely tells me that your licensing department has a lower budget. I didn't know that he had gone to Wisconsin, Logan. Like I said, there's a lot I don't know. And why is Jimmy Garoppolo on my screen? Oh, he's Jersey Mike's guy. Yeah, I Oh, they're making fun of Jimmy Garoppolo. Nice. I approve of this. Wow. Kyle Lauletta leading the Pittsburgh Maulers. Bless him. No, Matt Ryan is one of the most slept-on players in the league, and he was in the same boat in Atlanta that I think happens to a number of quarterbacks, is that they have great ability, and then an owner or a general manager depends on them to make miracles happen. See a great deal of Aaron Rodgers' career in Green Bay, or Robert Griffin III in Washington. And I'll be honest, I think I'd be totally okay with Matt Ryan winning a ring with the Colts. That would be kind of fun, kind of hilarious, and I would feel bad for the Atlanta fans, but hey, more chaos. I think Jimmy Garoppolo ends up getting so much flack because he spent so long as a backup, and he might. It seems like he maybe got that people think he got overvalued, and I also. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the drones again that they just flew up to the broadcast booth for some reason. Yeah, I don't get it either. I never heard anything really bad about him myself. I just hope that he get a. I just hope that he at least gets healed for next season and gets a chance to play somewhere. Logan says I would make Jimmy G give me all of his money and his Super Bowl ring. Good luck with that. Well, here we are up to 2nd and 8. We are under 8 minutes to go in this game. The Bandits are back at their own 8-yard line right now. And once again, there's a hole in the pass coverage. And that 13 was able to get about 6 yards on the play. So that'll be 3rd and 2. You could tell that they're running out of things to talk about with the game, where they're talking about the video and audio setup and the non-traditional coverage of the USFL game. They are I just jumped ahead, and there was a sack by Kemp. And now they're going to punt again. All right, Pittsburgh, you better hurry your ass up. You're under 7 minutes to go. You're running out of time for miracles. They're actually going to be kicking out of their end zone. One of the few times that I've seen it happen. Don't safety it. You've taken too long to get down the field. And the punt curves finally out of bounds at about the 16. It was a nice punt. Being marked as a 75-yard punt. Nice job. All right. Let me see. This is something to think about now before somebody asks me. And that would also depend on me, I don't know, getting a working pen. Are you a working pen? You're a working pen. So, right now, just making a quick power rankings from when I saw Yes Kung Fu, probably the longest punt in USFL history. Houston, who are the other teams? I have already forgotten them. Okay, here they are. And I don't know where they were going with that one. That's just overthrown, gone away. Oh, Kyle's back in the game. 3rd and 11. The punter for the Tampa Bay Bandits, he got a decent boot on it, but also curved it in such a way that it went past the punt returner. So some nice bit of a strategy on their part. All right, Kyle, all that. And even now, of course, the announcers are gushing about the return, about actual kick returns happening. which was the point that I made like a couple hours ago. I already forgot. Oh yeah, Michigan. All right, so very early, barely even thinking about it, with all of the games rolling around like a soup of nightmares in my head. From the bottom up, bottom of the list is Pittsburgh. They've had a good couple of things, but they let things get out of control way too early, and they can't depend on their defense to do everything for them. Philadelphia, I saw some fun stuff out of, but once again, they looked like they got pretty much dominated when it mattered for that game, even though they were able to come back at the end and make it interesting. Michigan, kind of the same thing, but I would trust them a little bit more because I have a feeling Jeff Fisher would probably put in Case Cookus. Number 5, New Jersey, the strongest of the losing teams, and an immediate knockdown of that punt reception near the 48. Yeah, New Jersey did the best of all the teams that lost this past weekend. They had some great weapons in the pass game between Statlefield and Bowman. I believe that's their wide receiver and a tight end respectively. And I could see them making a good amount of noise. Number 4 is Houston. Like, they won, but they didn't do enough to convince me that they are a team to be reckoned with. New Orleans, like I said, defense is incredible. Offensive line is going to get their QB killed. They need to figure that out. Number 2, Birmingham. We're able to keep it pretty close most of the time, and then with authority came back to win in the second half. And Tampa, yeah, they have dominated, but once again, it's a question. Is Tampa that good, or does Pittsburgh suck that much? And I promise that these analyses will get better as soon as I start recognizing players and remembering which numbers go with which. And hopefully we will get a better idea about these teams depending on who they face when during the season. But yeah, if anybody's going to bandwagon, I would recommend going with Birmingham or Tampa Bay because they are the most powerful right now. I think New Jersey is the one that could most improve, and Pittsburgh just needs help. They need to have a stronger offensive starts in the game, and whether that's, play calling or whether they stick with one quarterback the whole time. Yes, om nom nom. What the hell is this, True North? It's the USFL. Didn't you know? Yeah, at this point, I can safely say Maulers not gonna Super Bowl. At this point, I don't think they'd even let them buy tickets. I think they might hire them to work at the t-shirt stand. 5:47 to go. Another pass from Jordan Tomu. And Cheyenne O'Grady, that's the connection. Cheyenne O'Grady from Jordan Tomu. Tomu is 18 for 30 tonight, 164 yards and a touchdown, 2 interceptions. 16 for 56 tonight, Garrett Groshek. Cheyenne O'Grady has 7 receptions for 78 yards, and the Tampa Bay defense has had 3 sacks, but also 11 tackles for a loss. Oh, I'm not giving up yet. I'm not giving up on the Lions yet. Yeah. And Tizino getting that tackle there. I'm not sure where they're going to mark him in the backfield. But they would definitely like to do something interesting at the end here. I don't think they're going to have time. We are down to under 5 minutes to go in the game. And Pittsburgh's offense has not shown that they have the ability or the quickness to get down the field and, score quickly. Yeah, that was definitely a false start. True North, the Bandits are Tampa Bay. The Maulers belong to Pittsburgh. All of it is being played in Birmingham, which all the advertisements say you should definitely visit. They're a wonderful place. They have a tree there now. And just in case you're wondering, Birmingham Stallions, New Orleans Breakers, Houston Gamblers, New Jersey Generals, Jordan out shotgun. He's launching it down the field. And that's going to be an offensive pass interference. Oh, they're calling DPI. Oh, they're calling 2. Pass interference on 24. Declined. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. And it's automatic first down. Oh. I wonder if he got shoved into the quarterback myself, but yeah. Oh yeah, CFL does start next month, doesn't it? Yikes. I'll be shoved down for a loss of 1. The second and 11. They'll let the clock keep running. Yeah. Oh, I'll finish the lineup of teams, True North. Pittsburgh Maulers, Philadelphia Stars, Michigan Panthers, New Jersey Generals. The ones that I missed. Still caught. Shard Davis got the grab for Tampa Bay. First down. I haven't seen He Hate Me, True North. If he is, he's not going under that name. Meanwhile, Jordan, after taking a big hit on that last play, is up in the shotgun. Will hand off to number 28, who will bounce out to the outside. Started high-stepping for a moment, got a little bit too cocky. And I got run out of bounds. Clock stopped for a little bit, and now it's going again. Come on, I want it. What? Okay, that was out. That was a sentence out of context. I am just not even going to. Okay. All right, I feel awkward now. Hey, only 2:27 to go in the game. We're not even going to touch on that subject again. Not too much grass and open air to be the Arena Football League. I know, we all missed that one, especially the fact that John Bon Jovi owned a team. Gain of 1 would be just short, and I think there's a timeout because the clock just stopped on a running play. Second timeout for the Maulers. All right. So far, Angie does not appear to have a team in the USFL. I'm not sure if it's out of the fact that there is really no California team in the USFL, that she doesn't have one that she feels she can root for, But she's still very much a Chargers fan. That she's not giving up on. And once again, Maulers' defense has been doing well on the run. It's just that they can't do jack with their whatchamacallit, their passing D. Thankfully, they stopped them in the backfield, used their final timeout to stop the clock again. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get into the end zone, possibly. Defense is still on the field. I guess Tampa Bay is taking the tack that they don't think Pittsburgh can stop them. You saw the Calgary Stampeders. Oh. Nice. I wish I'd gotten to see the Baltimore Stallions while they were still here in the CFL. They won one championship, and then as soon as the city got the Ravens, they got sent up north to become the Montreal Alouettes. And the Bandits missed the kick left. 34-yard attempt that just... True North is going to pick the Gamblers because they like the corporate synergy. Hashtag DraftKings. And as always, the dedicated fans of this channel will remember that our code for DraftKings is Buttcakes. That's BUTTCAKES. Just kidding. I don't have any DraftKings sponsorships working. You're not going to get anything if you put in Buttcakes. But I would like to see them trying to figure out why so many people will be putting that in as a code. What the heck was that? Encroachment! An actual encroachment penalty. Oh yeah, he has to get just 17 more offsides calls and he'll be in the end zone. Oh, Letta, he actually... Oh, and in and out of the hands of number 17, incomplete. They're down to the 2-minute warning. All right. Let me emphasize once again as this thing winds down, and I'm probably going to stop listening to the game because I don't think anything's going to change at this point. I think this was a good first weekend. It gave a good basic idea of what the games are going to be like, which is not very different from what we're used to in the NFL, and I think the officiating has been much better than we've seen in the NFL. I think part of it is also like the weight of expectations. Like, there's constant overcorrection in NFL officiating, especially when it comes to calling certain penalties. And I think they're also starting with a fresh slate, plus having those outside eyes from Mike Pereira in New York to keep an eye on everything in the game and catch things that may have been missed. That's also very nice. I like I like hearing the comms when they're not really screwing with too much of the sound mix. I love the fact that Zach was teaching me the calls and what some of the lingo meant. I'm trying so hard not to sneeze right now. All right. But I am optimistic about the USFL's chances. If they can keep up this same, high level of play, I think they can make it at least a second season. They're just going to need, to make it more of an event if they're going to stick it in Birmingham. I don't know what it was, Holly. It's been a day. It's been a weird day. Yeah, Shea Patterson. Woo, there you are. And the 76ers take a 2-0 lead on the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, you're right, Jed. They are going to... I think they'll work out those issues. Just hopefully more people will come to the games. And not just for when the Stallions are playing. Wait, the Rough Riders tied the Rough Riders? Oh no. Night, Logan. Glad you could make it. And bless him, Kyle had to be flushed out of the pocket and then threw it too high for the receiver. Incomplete. 1:51 to go. 3rd and 5. And once again, I want to let you all know that I will be doing another game next weekend. I will be broadcasting, which I believe is going to be a Saturday day game, the Pittsburgh Maulers versus the Philadelphia Stars. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that the almighty and glorious Case Cookus will grace us with his presence. And that's another incompletion. 3rd and 5. 4th and 5 now. Well, that's the thing, Holly. The opening game on Friday night, it was New Jersey Generals and Birmingham Stallions. And I think a lot of people showed up because it was the fact that the home team was playing. I mean, I've been able to see a couple people dotting the stands, but other than that, it's been very... It's been like, it's been like isolation football all over again. That's another incomplete pass. Then the Maulers have finished their time. Todd Smarmy Haley gets his first win for the Tampa Bay Bandits. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember it, True North. I remember the XFL. Like, all that excitement, it did not make up for the sloppy play that just plagued all the games. Oh, they're definitely going to run this out. They've got the time to do it. Like I said, I hope like any of the highlights from this weekend, and there were a number of highlights from this weekend, will encourage more people to go check it out. I mean, $10 for a professional football ticket, that's still a good deal and a lot cheaper than it is going to, NFL games. And here comes the breaking point, where the Todd Haley schism destroys the united front of Chiefs fandom. Here we are, 3rd and 10. They're definitely going to be able to stretch this out. Yeah, it's only 15 seconds left. That's going to be the end of the game. Do it. That'll do it. Yes, exactly, Jed. They're also letting people in for multiple games. Folks, we have made it. USFL Week 1 has kicked off, and we finish with a complete rout of the Pittsburgh Maulers by Tampa Bay Bandits. I have to admit, during the handshakes, the two coaches for the teams, they looked excited to be there, just having like they were having fun. No, we have to get some bigger scandals before this can stop falling apart. I'm glad I was able to make it. I'm glad everything worked this time. Thank you so much for joining us here on another Stupid Sports Show. Thanks again to our sponsors, Sioux City Sarsaparilla and Legal Coffee. Take care of yourselves, be well, get sleep. I will see you on Saturday for Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia.